Today I'd like to tell you guys a story about why I think God's plans for me might be a little bit better than my own. I was hanging out with my friend and mentor Colin, and he decided that he wanted to buy something for me just to bless me. After much deliberation, we decided that we were going to go to a local home business and buy some honey. So we went to it, but unfortunately when we got there, we found out that the family had had a bad last season and they didn't have any more honey to sell. They didn't even have enough for themselves. So we prayed for a coming good season and set off on what was now a quest for the elusive local honey somewhere else. Unfortunately, Colin then ran out of time and he had to leave, but he left me $10 honey money and he said, "Good luck, it's up to you now, Kimusabi." And I got up early the next morning to run a Sunday market stall. It was very, very cold because Canberra and everyone was dressed like Eskimos, but I had a little bit of warmth because I had hope in my heart that I would find the honey at this market. I searched high, I searched low, and I did not find it. Also, the donut truck did not show up. I was very upset. This was only made worse from driving home when my friend mentioned that they actually saw honey at the market, they just didn't know I was looking for it. I felt betrayed. Unbelievable. I was stung. So that night, on the way to church, we decided to go and get Turkish pizza. It had been a long, cold, hard day, and Turkish pizza was the pick-me-up that I needed. As I walked up to the register, though, I saw something that shocked me. In the corner was a pile of local honey for $10 a jar, the exact amount that Colin had provided to me. It was labelled, "Be inspired," and inspired I was. The sweet taste of victory was in the least expected place. This was my land of milk and honey, minus the milk, which is good for me because I'm lactose intolerant. So the reason I'm telling this story is because it teaches me three important things about God's character. The first is that God is present. See, a lot of the time when I hear a sermon and get inspired or someone gives me a prophetic word, I jump straight into what is my 5-step plan for how I will achieve what God is already doing. But in this story, it wasn't about my effort. God was working in the background even when I wasn't looking for it. The second thing it teaches me is that God provides. I didn't need this honey, but I found it. In Matthew chapter 6, it says that the birds don't worry about what they're going to eat or drink, and how much more does God care about us than them? And if you're from Canberra, you know God must care about us more than magpies. Thirdly, it teaches me that God has plans. Proverbs 16, 1 and 3 says that we can create our own plans, but the Lord has the right answers. If we commit our plans to God, then we're going to succeed. I don't think this means we get everything that we want, but it means that we're a part of a story that is much bigger than our own. So 3 P's, there you go. God is present, God is provider, and God plans. When we commit ourselves to Him, He graces us with this transformational relationship freely. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, yeah.